March 14th marks Pi Day, as the numerical date corresponds to the first 3 digits of the famous number. It's an acknowledgement of how this mathematical constant has created so many constants in our lives. Newswatch reporter Mike Teeny decided he wanted to talk to an expert about pi, so he headed to WVU Tech's math department.
Month 3, day 14. To all you numerically inclined out there, that's Pi Day. Those are the first 3 digits of that very famous number. It is a never-ending or repeating number found by dividing the circumference of a circle by its diameter.
The fascinating thing about pi is that it doesn't matter the circle, it doesn't matter how big it is, how small it is. If you take the circumference and divide it by the diameter, you always get the same number, pi.
The value of pi is ubiquitous in science and mathematics. It is the cyclical patterns of nature it helps us quantify and predict.
Anything that undergoes a periodic oscillatory behavior can be related to circular motion. And for that reason, when we try to describe these physical phenomena using math, pi very often arises in the equations and formulas that we discover.
One of the most intriguing aspects of pi is that it is an irrational number. The decimal goes on forever and has been taken out into the hundreds of trillions of digits.
But pi, due to its irrationality, never sets into any sort of pattern. It's almost as if the digits were random.
Part of the definition of an irrational number is that it can't be expressed as a ratio of whole numbers. Pi is unique in this regard as well.
One of the most fascinating things about pi is the fact that pi is defined by a ratio, and yet it is an irrational number.
So every March 14th, we take a moment to recognize a number that has certainly improved our lives. However, let us not forget the other helpful irrational numbers out there.
Pi is one of the coolest and most important numbers there is, but my personal favorite number is E, Euler's constant. So if we ever decide to change February so that it has 71 days, let's get an E day.
Reporting from Beckley, this is Mike Teeny, Newswatch 4.